Okay, I'm going to today explain about ship classes, what we're intending to do. What we're going to do with all the ships in the game is convert them to a generic ship class, and they'll be registered with a little G next to them when you actually see them. But it'll also allow you to upgrade ships to specific class types. The first one of these class types we're going to do is the freighter. To make this upgrade, all you'll need to do is run a single order, which was upgrade ship class and freighter as the target. This will then take a few resources and convert you into a freighter. The freighter itself will just be defined by what external pods it can add and what upgrade abilities it gets. So for instance, for the freighter it will get 2 TU's transaction time for pick up and deliver. It will not be able to land, it will not be able to cloak, and it will automatically jump for 50 TUs provided it actually has a jump drive of any type. Apart from antimatter jump drives, which will jump for 40 TUs. Right, so the external pods are added by another order called install external pod. There's different types of these external pods, but they're essentially going to be built from items that you'd recognise in the game. So they're nothing special and nothing tech, although some of the underlying items to build the external pods will be. So if I was to go through an example of how you'd convert a freighter, several freighters, into one of the new system, what you do first is you'd use the convert to upgrade pool on 7, say 50 hull light ships. This will then take all their production, all their minerals from all their internal items and their hulls, etc., and put them into a pool on your political. Now the cargo items inside the ship will be transferred to a colony of your choice, and any internal items that contain very rare minerals will also be uninstalled and transferred to this colony. So it's impossible for you to lose your important Zionite engines, etc. Once you've actually converted to this pool, you have a pool of minerals and production available to use in the new orders. So for instance, the next stage would be to upgrade ship class on 150 huller, and that will then upgrade to a freighter and take 1,000 production out of this pool. Then you need to actually add external pods, so you do the install external pod order with, say, a cargo pod, for instance, although you could use habitation or commercial pods. And this will also take all the minerals required out of that pool to actually construct the pods, although you could have constructed the pods yourself earlier. Once you've actually run that order to install, say, 2 external cargo pods, this will create a ship that is essentially 8 times larger than you can make in a light hull freighter. It is possible to do it slightly better on extra light hulls, but the actual pods are not actually considering those at the moment. That might be something we do later. Okay, once you've actually done this conversion and got the 2 pods added to the freighter, you may need to mess about a little bit with actually how many thrust engines it's got. It's also requiring more crew factors, so you're going to have to add some either AIs or some crew. So it's not completely simple. However, at some stage you'll be able to use the upgrade to template order and it'll deal with all this stuff for you. Now we are going to do, because we're reducing the freighters to 50 TUs, we will be actually modifying all the other jump drives which were better previously to 40 TUs. We won't be doing any changes to the antimatter fuel, because when I considered it, based on what people have been saying, it doesn't really make any difference. And again, at the moment, the only other thing really that we're adding is the commercial pods, which will allow you to move any sort of trade good. So trade goods, drugs, life items, and it won't care if they're a life form or not. And that's about it for now. Hopefully that'll actually cover some of the problems we've actually had communicating this, but probably not as well. Okay.